That hateful symbol made a lot of people uncomfortable. It's 100% anti-Semitic, and it is being denounced by the protesters here at USC. But are the demonstrations also bordering on anti-Semitism? We take a look. We will not stop, we will not rest!
We are at a moment in which there is an awakening across the country on campuses everywhere in which students are saying, not in my name.
While USC law professor Jody Armour sympathizes with pro-Palestine demonstrators, the California GOP.
And so what we're seeing on these campuses is, again, is completely unacceptable.
Assembly Republican leader James Gallagher describes the protests as anti-Semitic. He's calling on Governor Newsom to put a stop to these demonstrations.
When you get to the place where you are taking over buildings, where you're depriving people of access to their educational facilities, where you're physically assaulting people or forming human blockades around them, restricting their movement, that is what is not acceptable, and it should be stopped.
Gallagher points to a phrase often chanted during protests, from the river to the sea. He calls it evidence these protests are hateful.
Everybody understands that connotation to mean wipe out Israel. Israel should not exist. Wipe out all the Jews out of Palestine. That is what is meant by that saying.
But Professor Armour has a different explanation.
The phrase from the river to the sea is usually followed by Palestine will be free. The idea is that Palestinians will be able to coexist peacefully with Jewish citizens in one space and not have it divided because they see an ethno-nationalist state that excludes them as undemocratic.
Go back to Gaza! Terrorists! Terrorists!
Campuses across California have seen hateful language between opposing groups, fights, and at least in one case at USC, a swastika was discovered on campus. The USC Jewish student group Hillel issued a statement that says in part, to see this ambiguous symbol of Jew hatred on our campus is deeply distressing. There is no place for such hostility and hate at USC.
The president denounced it, as she should, and the protesters that I've talked to are anti-hate. They are anti-hate to any group, and so they reject it too and denounce it.
While USC has a small group of student protesters staying in tents on campus, other California universities like UCLA have much larger demonstrations that are interfering with day-to-day student activities.
And I don't understand why we are condoning it, why administrators are continuing to condone it, and certainly why our governor has said nothing about it.
The students leading the protest here at USC met with the university president, but unfortunately they could not agree on anything. So nothing has been resolved. Alex, Christine, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.